Hey TikTok, it's Hezzy Takes on the Universe here. So today's video is going to be a walkthrough of how to use the emotional freedom technique to heal from maladaptive daydreaming. That's something that I've been living with for a long time, and I recently sat down on my computer with ChatGPT and decided to just info dump all of my trauma, info dump the type of therapies I use, and it generated some really awesome scripts for me to use. So I'm going to walk you through one of these. This one is specifically for healing from daydreaming, and so we're going to start with the karate point shot and repeat 3 times. Even though I have these intense and maladaptive daydreams that sometimes take me away from my real life, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I often escape into daydreaming when I'm feeling overwhelmed or unsafe, I choose to find healthier ways to cope. Even though my daydreams sometimes take over and distract me, I am open to healing and regaining control of my focus. Even though I have these intense maladaptive daydreams that sometimes take me away from my real life, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I often escape into daydreaming when I'm feeling overwhelmed or unsafe, I choose to find healthier ways to cope. Even though my daydreams sometimes take over and distract me, I am open to healing and regaining control of my focus. One more time. Even though I have these intense maladaptive daydreams that sometimes take me away from my real life, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I often escape into daydreaming when I'm feeling overwhelmed or unsafe, I choose to find healthier ways to cope. Even though my daydreams sometimes take over and distract me, I'm open to healing and regaining control of my focus. Now, because I'm healing from trauma, I'm going to do the next stuff like bilaterally. You can do it with one hand, you can do it with both, whatever is best for you. These daydreams feel like a safe escape. I feel like I get lost in them when life feels too much. It's hard to stop once I start. These daydreams I sometimes feel like they have control over me. I want to be more present in my real life. It's scary to think about letting go of the daydreams. What if I don't know how to handle the real world without them? But I want to heal this and find balance. These daydreams once served a purpose. They protected me when I did not feel safe. But now they're keeping me from living fully. I am ready to let go of using daydreams as a way to escape. I can handle life even if it feels overwhelming at times. I am stronger than I realize. I can find new ways to cope. I trust myself to be present and grounded. I choose to be present in my real life. I trust myself to face reality even when it feels challenging. I am learning healthier ways to manage stress and emotions. I can still have creative thoughts without losing control of my focus. I am safe in my body and in the present moment. I embrace real life with all its ups and downs. I can still dream, but in a healthy and productive way. I deeply and completely love and accept myself as I heal. So that's going to be the tapping script for daydreaming, at least one of them. If you want to see more, just drop a comment below saying more, or send me a DM with what kind of areas of daydreaming you're struggling with, so we can get some scripts that can really help a lot of people. I have like 91 pages of scripts for my trauma and the things I'm trying to manifest that I made with ChatGPT. So if you also want to see a walkthrough of how I did that and what queries I used, drop a comment saying I want the guide, and I will work on that guide over the next coming weeks. We'll post videos, maybe do a few lives, but now that I'm done with that tapping script, I want to do some bilateral EMDR stimulation, because that's what I'm doing with my therapist. So for this, I'm going to set the intention of healing the part that daydreams, healing the trauma beneath that. So the gist of it is that my mom blamed me for my twins' learning disability, and then she molested me. That's a big part of it. And then just a general feeling like I don't deserve good things, being blamed for every time that I had success, being told I was the reason she would never. So we're going to set the intention of focusing on that feeling, on the origin wound, and then we're going to start some bilateral tapping. Breathe now. So what's coming up, and I worked with this wound before, so it's nothing new. It's just new things come up. We reinforce that feeling of safety. It's kind of like you're training an animal who's been abused, so you give them treats. So we're giving our inner child a little bit of joy here, a little bit of trust, a little bit of resilience, and we keep doing that until they come out of their shell. So with that last round, I was kind of like reinforcing the safety, reinforcing where I am in my life now. Like I'm in the house that I own with my fiance. We're looking to move into our forever home soon. So we're going to be trying to save some money for that. We thought this was it for like our starter home, but we're really wanting to live somewhere where I can really work on my business, work on my novel. He's a better commute to work. So I have that abundance with him. I have an abundance of ideas for my novel. I'm creative, I'm smart, I'm intelligent. I created a safe space at my last job for neurodiverse employees. So I'm really kind of living in that glow up space right now. Even though I lost my job recently, I'm feeling so fucking empowered with my therapy. I start ketamine with Mind Bloom on Saturday, and I cannot wait. And I'm looking for a job currently where I can really use, my current journey to help others. So that's why I'm making these scripts. That's why I'm making this channel, and that's why I'm making these videos. Because I know that everything happens for a reason, and as much as I hate the idea that I was abused for a reason, maybe part of it's true. And I'd rather lean into that rather than against that, because all that leads to is more dissociation, more distraction. So before we end here, we're going to do one more tapping round, and then I'll see you guys in the next video. Okay. This one, we're going to focus on reinforcing everything we just talked about. Everything with the creativity, with the mindset, with the current approach, what I want to manifest. And the bilateral stimulation here really helps. So we did it. 3 rounds of EMDR and a round of EFT tapping. So this is kind of like what I'm going to be doing with the channel. Last one, I just reinforced the feeling of what I have, and as well as what I desire. Because with manifesting, it's all in the feeling. And even if you don't feel like you deserve it, I highly, highly, highly recommend you still do the EFT tapping. Reinforce that belief every time you doubt, because that's the only way that we're going to get out of this. The only way out is through. So the only way out is through the present moment, by pulling ourselves back to reality. Whenever we go into those daydreams, it's easier said than done, and I'm here for all of you who are struggling. Mwah. See you guys in the next video.